Greetings, everyone. Mary, Robson, and I are coming to you from the west coast of Canada, Vancouver. And I just see my name disappeared. I'm going to put it back in here. And we are so excited to be sharing our business conversation with you today because we are passionate about Nikken. We made the Nikken choice years ago, Mary and I, at different times. And it's all about choosing what we call active wellness, and being healthy by choice, not by chance, and then working as a collaborative team of entrepreneurs globally to make sure that people have the opportunity to know what we know to make informed decisions about their life when it comes to what we call the 5 pillars of health. So we are, as I said, a global company that is changing the world. We have a vision for total wellness based on the 5 pillars of health that you see on this screen. And if you just sort of sit back and look at this, you'll be able to assess for yourself where you are strong and where you might want to make some changes. When I was introduced to Nikken over 20 years ago, I had been experiencing chronic pain for 30 years, so definitely the body pillar was a big concern for me. I'd been looking for solutions that were natural. I'd spent thousands of dollars and thousands of hours trying to find ways to relieve this chronic pain. I would get a little bit of temporary relief, but nothing was permanent until Nikken was introduced to me by my friend who was a healthcare professional. And then I looked at all of the other pillars here, and it just made sense to me that if we can have balance in our mind, particularly that's where everything begins, healthy mind, then healthy body is affected, healthy family. It allowed me to have more time with my children and now my grandchildren. Healthy society, it allowed me to give more back to society. And I really believe our biggest contribution to society is educating people about ways to create a wellness home, which is our concept for healthy living, and also healthy finances. I was a college professor. I had tenure. I quite liked the teaching aspect, but I didn't like the politics. I'd been in teaching a long time, and this gave me an opportunity to have another choice, another healthy choice, to leave that particular profession and become a full-time collaborative entrepreneur with Nikken. That was about 17 years ago. So I've never looked back. I love it. I think my life is what most people, you know, if they had a magic wand, they would want to create. So Mary, let's hear from you. What is it from the 5 pillars of health that attracted you to Nikken?
What attracted me to Nikken was the financial pillar, because I was looking for something unique for my bed and breakfast. I lost my job. I had a really great contract with one of the government agencies, and I was downsized. So I wanted to do something different. And because I traveled for 26 years for my job, I wanted to open a bed and breakfast here in White Rock, and I wanted to have a special place where people would come, travelers would come and actually heal while they were here. So as luck would have it, and a lot of prayer, was that one day I had a bad fall, and a friend of mine who saw me limping was kind enough to take out her insoles from her shoes and put them on my bone bruise. And I got relief within a couple of hours. I was so impressed with that. I started using it for my neck, and the insoles wrapped them around my hands because I had arthritis in my hands. So that was what attracted me initially to Nikken, because I thought, hey, I could do this. I could put all the products. My guests would use them. They would feel better. They didn't have to do anything special. They just lived their life at my place. They drank the most delicious water. They slept on magnetic and far infrared and negative ion technology in a cocoon effect on their bed. Their air they were breathing was clean and also full of negative ions, which help with EMF situations. And so the light was there. I gave them some nutritional, some skincare, so they bathed in pure water. So they were delighted. And I have been very successful in my bed and breakfast for the last 12 years. But the surprise to me was what happened to my body personally. I was just resigned to having osteoporosis and arthritis and acid reflux. There was just some stuff, that I had to deal with as I was aging. I didn't think there was a solution, and what happened to my body was incredible. Within, I would say, 6 months to a year, I was off all medication, and my bones are getting stronger from the bone health that started, which was introduced, I believe, in 2008 to us, and I'm just feeling great. I feel like better than I was in my 40s, even 50s. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? I often ask people the question, especially if they're, suffering some chronic challenges like arthritis or fibromyalgia or whatever. I'll say, if you fast forward the movie of your life 20 years, what will you see if you change nothing? And they go, oh, God. And I say, well, what if, what if you put your body in basically what we call the wellness home, which is a greenhouse for the body, and all the things you've described, you think your body would work better and you might have a better movie 20 years from now. And they go, yeah, that makes sense.
It does make perfect sense. And I am a testament to that. I never expected to, I just was trying to control and maintain what health, I had. Mm-hmm. By exercising, having a really good diet, meditating, doing the things that I was teaching my clients when I was working. But I also traveled so much that I spent most of my week in hotel rooms. And I wasn't aware of the health issues that were developing through the exposure to fire retardants, for instance, and air that, I couldn't open the window to get fresh air into the hotel room. So I was on 2 puffers just because of that. I believe that was the main reason, because I couldn't understand why I was eating healthy. I exercised, I did all the right things, but I was still getting sick. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you said initially you were attracted by the finances, but you got more than that. Isn't that what's wonderful about the finances?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I thought that this would really make a difference in my business. Mm-hmm. But talk about not only the body, but the mind, the changes that I've gone through, emotional, the even changes in how I think, I come from a culture that's quite negative, so we don't do negatives now. So it's wonderful. In my mind, my family is much healthier because of also the products, but also they're learning that they see what's happening with me, and I have 2 nephews that are just very anxious to become my business partners as soon as they turn 18. So I've got 3 and 4 years to wait for that, but they're my Nikken partners in training right now. So wonderful to see. Yeah. And society, I've been able to do things for society because I was healthier. I went to Africa on a medical mission with a local doctor here in White Rock, and I took all the Nikken products with me, and I was sure that it didn't matter what environment I was in, that I would stay healthy, and I did. Yeah, so it was wonderful.
Yeah. So if you put all this together, in my opinion, after being involved with Nikken for over 20 years, it's more than just a business. It's more than just a wellness home. It is a movement. We are helping people to be more, and that's our motto actually, as humans being more, because the world needs this now more than any time in recent history. I mean, modern life is way more stressful. I mean, I've been on the planet long enough to know that this is an increasing problem. And if you just look at some of the things on this slide, people are stressed about money, they're stressed about their health, they're stressed about time, they don't have time for their families, they often will grab food that's not healthy, and so on and so forth. So that leads to, as we know, medically now, almost every disease has a stress connection. And the biggest cause of disease now is the stress on our bodies, because our bodies can't recover. And that we're not sleeping well, we're not eating well, we're not drinking the right water, and so on. So the quality of life is really being affected, not just by the quality of our emotions, but just by the buzz around us, the lifestyle that's very, very stressful. So, people on this call, we're going to focus on the business side of it for financial needs, because this is a channel that has programs all week. And if you haven't seen the product showcase, that's a great place to look. And then we have other showcases that go into more depth in the products, a whole series on Wednesday evenings at 6:30 Pacific called Self-Care Matters. And so you can go into more depth into the sleep, the water, and so on. But just looking at this list, just reading it, I can sense the stress that a lot of people are under, especially young families now in places, not just Vancouver, which is very expensive, but all over the world. So it can be cumulative, and it can be actually deadly. So, people lose their jobs like you did. People go back to school. That costs money. A lot of people my age can't afford to retire because they just haven't had either, the means to do that, or they underestimated what it costs to live. And of course, taxes are always stressing us. So what do we do? What do Nikken entrepreneurs do? We play a very, very important role in the world, because our purpose is to help others do what we've done, which is to choose an active lifestyle and this life in balance and this humans being more movement that we're talking about. And it's as simple as educating people about the profound effects of a wellness home. You talked about your B&B is all, a wellness B&B. My home is a wellness home. And it just makes such a difference when we breathe the right air, et cetera. So if every home were a wellness home globally, what an exciting vision, eh, Mary?
No, it would be amazing. I could just, I could see all of those children thriving totally, going to school with enough sleep, the proper nutrition, the being hydrated. I'd love to see all the school school boards have the waterfalls in each classroom, so that the children would get hydrated and are able to focus. Oh, it would be amazing.
Right. And if they all had the insoles and a Nikken seat, that's going to help them deal with the negative effects of all of the electronics, the
Absolutely.
EMFs. So yeah, it's a wonderful vision, and we're excited about it. So what we do is basically share what we know with people through, video conferences like this and one-on-one. I just had one of my customers here, and she tried out the pillow, and she was so excited she bought 4. I thought, well, that's so one for her, one for her ex, and one for her 2 children. So that's pretty cool, because Nikken is a brand that not everybody knows about yet, but when people know about Nikken, they know the quality. So we have a huge customer base. We're very much a retail focused business, an online business for purchasing products, and we have tremendous support for our customers. And we also, people who, like you and I, who saw more than just the products, who want to create a lifestyle, a financially healthy lifestyle too. We create teams and support them. And the thing that I love, I travel a lot, and when I go to France, there are lots of Nikken consultants there, and it's like a family reunion. It really is great to have like-minded friends around the world. So what do? We have to keep it simple, because most people like you, like I, when we start business, are very, very busy. And we have to have a system, because a system is something that is what every successful business has. So there has to be a process that people can go through to get where they want to go. So people join Nikken usually initially as a customer because they're looking for relief, like you were and like I was. And once we experience those benefits, and for me it was like, I have to share this with other people. I have a moral obligation to let people know, because I had been searching for years and didn't come across it until my friend was introduced to it. So, we upgrade to become a Nikken independent wellness consultant. So that allows us to share and promote not just the products, but the whole concept, the 5 pillars of health, the business opportunity, the humans being more, and so on. And we have the privilege as consultants of being able to connect people to whatever part of Nikken suits them, and whatever their needs are, that they can start there and they can move. They can become customers, move to consultants. They can attend our Humans Being More program, even if they're not consultants, and that's been a huge game changer for a lot of people. And once people decide that they want to start on their wellness home, Nikken ships the products directly to them. I don't have any inventory. I just have my own products here. People don't have to worry about handling money because it's all done online. Products are paid up front and delivered directly to the customer. And then Nikken's computer keeps track of all of that, all the way down through all the people you introduce and so on. And then they pay us on the 15th of every month. I call it the thank you check. And what a way to make a living, knowing that every dollar we make is because somebody's been helped by these amazing products. So, and you know, get some relief from financial stress and so on. So it's a collaborative business, and we have a system called Teach 3 to Reach 3. Again, something that's so simple, people can visualize it, they can see how it works. And this is just a graphic of what to do. So people who have come in as customers can upgrade to become a consultant, and that $99 upgrade gives them a complete hosted website and lots of other things as well, so that they have the ability to send people to their website to order. And the first thing we help people do is to create a monthly retail sale volume of $500 US. That could be 5 customers, that could be 20 customers, that could be 1 customer. You know, just getting used to having $500 going through your business every month is very duplicatable. Aren't any businesses I know of that could create multimillionaires out of that concept, but we can, because when you duplicate that and you connect your customers, and then some people partner up with you, like you see in the 4th step there, it becomes an exponential growth of people moving the business forward for whatever they would like to create. So we can show people on a graph what it looks like in terms of income, because when you teach 3 to reach 3, you have 39 people duplicating that 500-point model, and we have leadership ranks. And so when that happens, you just do the math and you become a silver consultant, and your income, which will be ongoing because you're doing it every month, will be about $1,300 US a month. And then moving that forward to a bigger team, bigger income all the way down. And this is just a sample of some of the possible incomes, just based on that 500 points a month. And that's not even including retail sales. That's just the overrides and commissions that we'll talk a little bit about on this page. So everybody who purchases products from us directly as retail customers, we are immediately given the retail profit on that. Plus, as we participate with other things with Nikken, there are cash bonuses. I know you received some cash bonuses this summer, didn't you, Mary? You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I received the summer sizzle check today for $250. Yeah, it arrived today. So that was delightful. That was for retailing.
Right. And that's 250 US, right?
Yes, yeah.
So make sure when you take it to the bank, they don't think it's Canadian dollars, it's US dollars. And then also every month when we reach that 500 points, Nikken gives us reward points, which are basically cash dollars that we can use in the Nikken store to buy products.
Right.
We can use those for our own personal use. We can leverage those. I leverage those to say thank you to my customer today because she put in such a nice order. We also have what we call lifestyle bonuses, which are anything from, you can use the money on the lifestyle bonus for anything you want. It used to be just for cars and homes, but now it can be for education, a trip, whatever, which is nice because it's an additional stream of income. So you add all these things up, you get what I call very meaningful income, as I said, because it's helping people with the products. And there have been lots of incentives. I remember the first big incentive I earned with Nikken was a trip to Japan, which was a dream come true. It was just amazing. First class all the way. I love it. And then I've had several trips since then. And when we become leaders, we start to gather what are called leadership bonuses from developing teams and nurturing those teams. So the thing I like about it as well is, traditional business, you're pretty much on your own. Nobody's going to give you their trade secrets to help you. But in our business, it's just an entire support network of mentors and coaches, people sharing their wisdom, their information, so that we all win. That rising tide raises all ships. Lots of websites and webinars like this for people to just become the best they can be and as successful as they want to be in their business. So what do you want to add about this this way of Nikken rewarding us?
Well, I think they're all fabulous. I have had incentives and rewards along the way too, many of them. I think it's the best way to, grow your business. Mm-hmm. Because there are cash bonuses like these summer sizzle I got, but there's also doing the Entrepreneurs Club. Mm-hmm. There's bonuses there, and it's also a great way to teach others on your team to do the business with these incentives. And when I worked in my job, I got my paycheck every 2 weeks. I never got a bonus. I was provincial government reward points. I think I got one time I was asked to teach a conflict resolution course, and I was sent on training, and it happened to be in San Francisco, and so that was a bonus. But that was one time in 26 years. So, yeah. So I love the way Nikken has all of these great incentives, and it gets my team interested in doing the business. It's more exciting doing it this way, and just waiting to earn my lifetime bonus in the next few months. I'm really excited about that.
That's great. Yeah. And the thing about all of these benefits and rewards, they're automatic if you just follow that Teach 3 to Reach 3 system. Right. Like you're saying, the Entrepreneurs Club. That's a powerful way to build your business quickly and get rewarded for it. And if you do that 3 months in a row, you get $1,000 reward. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's just so many ways to make a difference here. So it's simple, it's doable. First thing you do is you discover it by learning about the wellness choices. You live that lifestyle, create a wellness home bit by bit or all at once. And then if you decide to share it, there's tons of support here for you to do that. And most people do start part-time, but you'd already lost your job, so you were kind of stuck into this full-time, weren't you?
Right, yeah.
But it was a great partnership with what you wanted to do anyway, which is the wellness.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And I did this part-time for 3 years because I needed to, I was a single parent, needed to support myself. So it took 3 years for me to, have an income that was able to more than what I was making and was able to sustain me in the lifestyle I wanted. So I became a full-time entrepreneur. It gave me choices to move from northern British Columbia to Vancouver, which I love. So everybody has their own way to use what Nikken brings to us, but there are just so many ways, and we are excited to be sharing this with people so that everybody has an opportunity to be as healthy and as wealthy as they would like, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
it's absolutely cool.
I want to thank you, Mary, for coming in today. I know it's a busy day out at the Dancing Furs. You've got a wedding coming up this weekend. You're always, every time I've been out there, you've just been so busy. So thank you so much for taking time to be on this call with us today.
My pleasure. And I love Nikken. I love the lifestyle. I love everything about Nikken. So I love talking about the energy, the magnetic, far infrared, negative ion energies that's what is on our planet and in our nature. So we get to experience them in our home and personally. That is so wonderful.
It makes a difference. So we're just hoping that people who see this get excited like we are, talk to the person who invited you onto this conference call, and help us spread the word.
Yes.
Make humans being more. So thanks again, Mary.
Yeah, thank you, Maggie, for inviting me.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.